Hello, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be discussing what seems to be the endless list of new AI tools that are coming out nowadays. What do they do? Are they important? Are they worth spending your money on? Essentially, that's what I'm going to cover today. My top 10 AI tools you actually use, or you will actually use in 2026. Let's just jump straight into it. First, why do you actually need these tools? I mean, as it says, AI is not coming, it's already here. There's so many opportunities to actually use these technology. So they're out there, they're available. You may as well get your money out of it and use these things so that you don't kind of lose out while everyone else is taking advantage of these tools. First tool, N8N. This is for any AI workflow automations. It's an open source automation platform that lets you build AI agents, connect over 400 apps, and create complex workflows with a visual drag and drop builder, no code required. For anyone that's built on N8N before, you'll know it's a fantastic interface. Essentially, it just lets you link one platform to another. If it's got API access, you can connect it to something else. It's fantastic. It's where I do the vast majority of my work, and it's super simple to use. It might look a bit intimidating, and albeit that it uses JavaScript and some Python code in there. Essentially, if you just learn one node connects to the next, which connects to that one, it's pretty simple. Just drag and drop, making sure that things are in the right order. The AI agent aspect of it is probably the best part of it. The adding AI into your workflows, because automation is great in itself. That when one thing happens, the next step is autonomously done. But if you can then add in an AI step that can, instead of having to do 10 different nodes to do the same thing, an AI can just do it in one. You're just massively increasing the leverage. Obviously, it's connected to so many different things, and even in that, the things that it's not connected to, again, you can literally make an HTTP request to whatever service you're looking for if there's not an already a natural integration, and you can just integrate it anyway. So again, the use cases for this are, lead nurturing sequences, automated responding, CRM updates, social media posting, syncing data between platforms, which perfect. So I mean, great tool if you're not already using it. Google Gemini for deep research. I mean, of the kind of big LLMs that are out there, you've got ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, which we'll discuss later. Google Gemini, I think, is the best for deep research. If you really need to go into something and you want to make sure that you're getting the correct information, Google Gemini's for that. I mean, I think Claude's great. Again, I will go on to discuss it, but one of its drawbacks is its context window. For larger problems, it kind of struggles, whereas Google Gemini just seems to be able to pick up the workload. And yeah, for any deep research you actually need to do to figure out on something, you do have Perplexity, but I personally just prefer Google Gemini. I think that what they've done with it is great work. Speaking of Claude, probably my favorite LLM. I think the difference between Claude and ChatGPT is honestly the difference between like a manual car and an automatic car. As soon as you actually just start driving an automatic, you're like, oh, that is just a little bit better. I'm going to continue using that. So that is Claude for me. For me, in my opinion, it's just better at writing. It does seem a bit more human. The coding aspect on it is great, like for building N8N workflows, or I built it for building a chatbot on a website. I needed to embed code onto a Wix website. So like, there's so much that you can actually do with it. It just, yeah, in terms of LLMs, I think if you're not already using this as your daily LLM that you're chatting to and asking questions to, I would highly recommend that you change over to Claude. I personally think it's worth the even just the £20 a month, and because it's so good, and the team at Anthropic are just killing it at the moment. Claude Code for any coding, AI vibe coding as well. Like, it's just incredible with what you can actually do with it. And then again, if you link it up to the Opus models as well, like some of the stuff it can create, some of the apps and the landing pages that people are creating, literally just speaking to it in natural language. Okay, I want you to create a landing page for this company with this setup. looking at this, and then it will go in and figure out, okay, what's wrong. If it does, like, it'll make the code and then figure out whatever's wrong, it can then just adjust it. It's incredible. I think that with the agentic workflows that are becoming more and more prominent, that are being built kind of with Claude code, I think that's really what's going to step up in terms of not just having automated workflows, but you'll be able to just speak to something using natural language and the job's just done for you. So that's when work really is going to get just automated, and the human step is going to be less and less required. SuperWhisper, this is for dictating your words. So I was previously using WhisperFlow, but it was messing up a couple of times, so I've decided to recently switch to SuperWhisper. You may not be able to see it at the top of my screen, but essentially what you can do is any website that you're on, you can click, I think it's Control and Space. You just speak into it and it will automatically dictate the words you're talking to. So I do this all the time with Claude on my desktop, and anything that you're trying to do, you can just speak to it natural English, because you can talk a lot quicker than you can type, right? Anyone can. So just to save yourself so much time, you're able to just get through your tasks so much quicker. And again, if it is for note taking, content creation, I've done it for writing emails. With the cold email campaign that I'm doing, instead of having to manually get back to each person, I'm like, hey, Craig, here is, and then just explain it to them. Even just saying, square bracket, insert link here, it's smart enough to know what you want it to do, where you want it to put the square brackets, so it's not just going to write the exact words that you're dictating. It's very good in terms of just saving yourself so much time. It's very accurate, real-time processing, and as I said, smart formatting. Airtable Omni, I think, is a real game changer, actually. I don't really think it's spoken about enough, to be honest. The fact that you can build your own custom app, or even just the database, like a basic CRM with just plain English, it's brilliant, because again, so many businesses aren't correctly storing data. They don't have the right interfaces. And the fact that you can just have this all built just with speaking to it, it's great. And again, I think that Airtable is highly slept on. A lot of the kind of bigger platforms, they do good, but if you're looking for something simple and something a lot cheaper than the other major platforms, like your kind of Monday.com, FLG, Salesforce, etc., just getting on this is just going to save you a fortune, and it's customized. It's exactly how you want it to be built. So I think that the Airtable Omni, just to be able to build that, of course, you're probably going to have to go in and make a few changes. It's never right, and it does just make up dummy data. But the fact that you can just have the skeleton of what you want, and then you can just add the meat to it, is a real game changer. Fathom, for recording, transcribes, and summarize your meetings automatically. Get instant action items, key decisions, and follow-up tasks. You can focus on the conversation. This is great. So for all my sales calls, I always invite my Fathom AI, so that it just kind of gives me a summary of it in case there's anything that I missed, or again, so that I just don't have to focus on the follow-up task. I know that it's automatically just going to get done for me. Nice and easy. It's super. I just have the free version, and not having to pay a penny for it, and getting essentially a note taker to come into my meetings, summarize everything, give me all the notes, and tell me what I said I would do for the next meeting, so that when I go into the next meeting, I've got everything prepared. Just a game changer, in my opinion, really slept on. Nano Banana Pro, for anyone that isn't aware, is the best AI image generator out there. Honestly, some of the stuff that it's making is incredible. If you haven't played around with it, my favorite aspect is the take one image, give it another image, and say, I don't know, you've got this person, make them wear these clothes, and then you present it an image of something else, and it just puts it in, and it looks very realistic. I think that the kind of Google working with Nano Banana Pro is incredible, because they're just so good. Obviously, it's not as cheap as some of the other platforms, but the quality of the stuff that you're getting is just night and day. I think for brands, this is going to be a really big thing, especially for branded content, which leads us on to the next one, Google is just crushing it in the AI space right now, to be honest, with Gemini and VO as well. Like, and VO definitely is the best video generation tool, in my opinion. It does need, it's pretty expensive, to be honest, and obviously it's not, the videos aren't very long. But if you can learn how to clip everything together, like multiple different clips, and just put them all together, it is so good. I think that the really big thing with this is learn, people doing JSON prompts just seem to be better. So if it's not something you're familiar with, even just going into something as simple as Claude, and if you can, there's probably templates online that you can find that will help give you like good JSON templates. I think there is a library out there somewhere with already made videos, and it gives you the JSON prompt for that video, and then you can essentially just change the details you want. For those that aren't aware, JSON is JavaScript object notation. It's just essentially, if you can feed that to an LLM, that's more the language that LLMs speak. So when you pump it into Google VO, it's able to understand the video that you're trying to create a lot better than just in simple English. But yeah, if you're looking for video creation, if you want the higher quality, you're wanting to pay the higher price, the VO models are the way to go. And the last one that I've just recently started using and have been thoroughly impressed by is Instantly. Instantly can help you send thousands of personalized cold emails that actually land in inboxes. The AI handles warm up, personalization, follow ups, and you just set the target and let it run. So one thing that I recently learned with cold emails, which I was not aware of, is the fact that when you're running a cold email campaign, you have to actually warm the emails up. So essentially, if you buy a domain and you buy the inboxes, and you then just all of a sudden pump them into an email campaign, it's going to look at the fact that this email has never been used. Now all of a sudden it's pumping out 30 emails a day to all these different places. That doesn't seem right. So what you can do on Instantly is, if you upload your mailboxes to Instantly, it will start sending out little warm up emails every day, slowly building it up, 1, 2, 3, so that after, I think it's like 30 days or something like that, 21 days, I think, 3 weeks, you essentially have emails that systems, when they look back, they'll be like, okay, no, that probably has a legitimate email. That probably has been made for a real person. Because again, they've started off, they've sent one or two, and then they've slowly ramped their email up so that it's then sending like 30 a day consistently. So if you then start sending 20, 30 cold emails a day, it doesn't trigger anything. And again, the personalization part of it, because one of the massive things with cold email marketing is the personalization. The more you can speak to that individual person instead of just a generic list, albeit that they are in a generic list, if you can make your email look like you have spoke to that person individually, which again you can even do through like scraping and other personalization kind of workflows, it's just going to massively increase the open rate and then them actually replying to you. So I think that Instantly, for the work that it does on there, is just incredible. So just to summarize everything that we went through, N8N for your automations and building AI agents, Google Gemini for any deep research you need to do into any specific topic, Claude, writing and strategy. I think it should just be your daily LLM. If you're using GPT or Gemini, I think Claude really is the way to go. For any coding, obviously using Claude Code. For voice to text, to then just transcribe and dictate everything that you're saying, to try and just save so much time, just use WhisperFlow. SuperWhisper or WhisperFlow. You can use either or, give them both a try. I think they both have a pretty good free trial. Airtable, Omni, if you don't already have a database, you can set yourself up just a very simple one with that. Fathom to record all your meetings, Nano Banana Pro for your image generation, Google VO for the video generation, and Instantly if you do want to run a cold email marketing campaign. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea on some of the actual useful tools out there, instead of having to worry about all the new stuff that's coming on and what do you actually need to use and are they any good. If you just use these 10 tools and focus on just perfecting and mastering these 10 tools, you'll be a step ahead of everyone else. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you want more content like this, subscribe for more. All the best.